Hello everyone, Siddharth this side, and in this video we will be solving another question on Geek for Geeks, which is next permutation. So what we have to do in this problem, we have given an array, and we have to find the next permutation of this given number, so that the number that we have find is just greater than this number. So how we can solve this problem? So the first approach by which we can solve this problem will be the recursive approach, in which we will find all the possible permutation of this given number, and we will return after comparing the next greater number. But that will take big O of n square time complexity, which we don't want. So in this video, we will be solving this question using optimized approach, and the approach is not that difficult. It's very intuitive approach. So what we have to do, we just have to observe this number very clearly for finding the next permutation. So what we can think, uh, just to start by random guessing. Suppose if we permute 2 with 1, is the will that will be the next greater element? No, it will not. It will be very much greater element from this given element, a given number. Now we will try to, like, if if we permute 4 and 5, will that be a next greater element? No, it will not. If we permute 5 and 6, no, because if we permute 5 with the high value number, then it will not create any impact. Already smaller than the number which is having already the higher value. So what we have to do, we have to find a number which is smaller than, or we have to find a number which is just smaller, which is smaller than the element which is before it. So this 4 is greater than 5. So if we permute this 4 with 5, then it will not create any, it will not be of any use, because the number that will come after permuting these two will be smaller. So what we have to do, we have to find that number which is smaller than its previous number. Only then that test case will be useful. We will we will see how we can find the next greater element, but the starting condition should be the element whose next element is smaller than that element. Or after permuting those two, only then we will be getting a use case. So for that, for this given test case, we have to find 3. How we can find 3? We will start from the end of our array, and we will reach up to 3 by adding a condition that our current element should be greater than its previous element. And after reaching to 3, after reaching to 3, what we have to do, we have to we have to find the next greater element. So suppose after reaching 3, if we permute with 3 with 6, then it will not be the next greater element. So for finding the next greater element, we will again start visiting our array, and we will find the element which is just greater than 3, because we want the next greater element. So we will permute 3 with 4, because only then this will give us the next greater element. After swiping these two numbers, so our string become 1 to 4. The string become, let's see. So before the string is 1 2 3, 1 2 3 6 5 4 6 5 4. So we have find 3, and I have told why we have find 3. And after finding 3, we have to find the element in the remaining string, in the remaining array, which is just greater than 3. So which is 4. So we will swap these two. Here 4 will come, here 6 and 5 and 3. Now these two element is already greater than 3. So, and this 5 is already smaller than 6. So this array is sorted. Now what we have to do, we just this array is already sorted in descending order. What we want, the array in the ascending order. This array is already in every possible test case. This array that we will get will be in descending order. We have to arrange it in the ascending order for the next greater element. So we will reverse this array. So 1, 2, 4, 3, 1, 2, 4, 3, 5, 6, and this is the next greater element. Now let's see how we can code this out. So first what we have to do, we have to start from the end of our array and we have to find the index of 3. So for that, let's assign I is equals to n minus 2, because we have to start from here and we have to check until unless our current element our current element become our current element become smaller than its previous element. So we will start I if n minus 2, and then we will then what we have to do, while this I is greater than is equals to 0, and then what is should be the next condition, the current element, which is n minus 2. So uh, is array I is greater than or equals to array I plus 1, which is 5 and 4. So 5 is greater than 4, we will uh, decrement the I value, I minus minus. So after like completing this loop, we will be having 2 as a index, 2 as a value stored in I, which we want. Now after getting this, what we have to do, we have to find the index of the next greater element of this 3. So for that, what we can do, so int j is equals to n minus 1. Now what we have to do, while j is greater than equals to 0, while j is greater than equals to 0, and the value at array j and the element array I should be greater. So array I, the value, we have to find the next greater element from 3. So how we can apply the condition here? So we have to find the value until and unless we have to decrement j value until and unless this is greater. As soon as we find element which is greater than this, we have to stop there. So what we will do is the value at array j, the value at array j should be the value at array j should be smaller than, less than or equals to array I. So this will give us the condition that the value which is just greater than 3, this will give us the index. So after doing that, what we have to do, we have to decrement our counter j minus minus. Now after doing this, what we have to do, we have to uh, after doing this, what we have to do, after finding these two element, after finding these two index, which is 3 and 4, what we have to do, we have to swap these two element. So for swapping, we have to write the function as well for swapping. So private void, sorry, static void swap. So this will take array as an input, int a and int b. Now what we will do, we will make a temp, we will store the value of a, then we will store the value of b in a, then we will store the value of temp in b is equals to temp. So this will swap the element. And also let's write reverse function as well, as we have to reverse the array as well. So static void reverse. So in the reverse function, we also taking array as an input, and int start index and int end index. Now what we have to do, while our start is less than end, we have to swap the value. So we will be passing our array, we will be passing a start and end. Now what we have to do, we have to do start plus plus and end minus minus. Now this will reverse. Now after doing this, we have to check if our I is greater than or equals to 0. If our I is greater than or equals to 0, only then what we have to do, we have to swap. So after finding these two indices, uh, I is equals to 2 and I is equals to n minus 1, we have to reverse swap these two elements. So if I is greater than or equals to 0, we will be swapping. Okay, why we are applying this condition? Sorry. So if we will be swapping, these two elements, which is array I plus 1, and j. So not I plus 1, this should be I. So array of I and j. So this will swap these two elements, which is the element at the position second index and element at the last index. Now after swapping these two elements, we have to reverse our remaining array. So reverse, we will be passing array and I plus 1, comma n minus 1. So this will reverse our array, and in the end we have to add also. So for int I in array, as we have to return list, let's make a list as well. So array list of integer al is equals to new list of integer, and we have to add this al dot add the value I, and in the end we just have to return this al. Okay, so we have written two function for swapping and reversing the array. We have find the ith index, which is 3 in this case. We have find the j, which is 4. After that we have swapped these two elements. So after swapping, our array become 1 2 4 and 6 5 3. And after that we have call our reverse function. So reverse function will reverse our array from 653, it will make it to 356. And after that we will be having this array as an output. We will be adding that into our array list and we will be returning that. So let's try to run this code. Let's see if there is any problem in it. Okay, int I array, so int j, sorry, k, and this should be k. Now let's try to run this problem. Okay, so there is some logical error. Okay guys, so there is an error in our swipe function. We just have done the swiping wrongly, so this should be array b. So after storing the value of b into a, this should be array a as well. After doing this, we will be storing the value of temp in the place of b. So this will return, this will swap our value. Now let's try to run this code. Okay, let's try to submit this problem. Okay, so there is another error, index out of bound. Okay, so this error is from here, as we have, this can come here like we are doing I minus minus, and it can go up to like -1. So we have to apply another condition if I is greater than or equals to 0. If that's the case, only then we will be doing this. Okay, now let's try to run this code. Okay, let's try to submit this. So thank you, see you in the next video. Bye.